And we are live. Welcome to the Alignment Podcast. I am once again your gracious host, okay? I am at your service, Thomas Curry, along with my co-host, Suzette Martinez, okay? Today, ladies and gentlemen, we got a special treat for you. Mr. Lucas Hutch is in the building. He has decided to grace us with his presence. We appreciate you for coming on. We're going to be having a good conversation, a kind of fun conversation, kind of get to know him and getting what he does out here to the people that watch us. Because I am very interested to figure out, what is it that he does and what inspires him to do what he does and be as talented as he is. And with that, I'm going to hand the mic off to my girl, Sue. Go ahead and introduce your boy.
All right, so Lou, we just want to know, first of all, how was that big transition from the north to move all the way down to Miami?
It was amazing.
Cold to the heat.
Wait, where are you from originally?
I'm from Boston.
Massachusetts, okay.
Yeah, Boston, Massachusetts.
And you moved to Miami?
Yeah, I moved to Miami like 5 years ago, maybe. About 5, almost 6 years ago.
Okay, got you. The Miami weather and the Miami girls, I get it. With that being said, let me ask you a question. What got you into doing music the way you do? What inspired you to get into music the way you're doing?
A good friend of mine really just got me into music, and I've always wanted to do it. Like when I was younger, I would always write music. I was terrible at writing when I was younger, and I remember like I would get I found like a drum set outside of a house. Someone was throwing it out, and I was like, yo, for some reason like I just love music. It was just always so natural to me.
So why rap over everything else?
I'm not like the best singer. I love rapping, but I mean singing. There's improvement for it, But I feel like rapping's like my thing.
Okay. Luke, by the way, Miss Sydney is in the chat saying, "Hey, Lucas, what's going on, Luke?
What's up? What's up, Sydney? How are you?"
Absolutely. So when it comes to music, let me ask you a question. Let me start a little bit vague first. Who would you say is your favorite musician?
My all-time favorite musician, someone I look up to. Probably like the OGs, like Drake, and just the people that are killing it right now.
Drake's been killing it for a very long
time. Yeah. Recently it's been like Jack Harlow. I feel like I have sort of like the same, like, I wouldn't say swag as him, but like the same, like rapping wise. Like I could definitely.
Your flow is kind of similar.
Yeah, okay. A little bit for sure.
Okay. So would you say that that individual inspires the type of flow that you have? Is that what you're saying?
Sorta. No, I mean, yeah, I would say so. But even like back then recording, like I had no direction. I was just sort of like doing how I would do it. And I remember we recorded a single called Working Hard.
Yes.
And I literally, that was my first time in a actual recording studio. And I had no idea what I was doing. But like I ended up just like over time just perfecting like my craft and stuff. So I sound way better than that single for sure. But
yeah, Working Hard was not bad. I mean, the first time we did it, there was some hiccups, but that second time you went back in there, you were much more confident.
Yeah.
When you went back into that studio.
For sure. Yeah.
So let me ask, how do you feel about everybody telling you look like Austin Mahone?
I don't know.
That's what they're saying in the comments right now.
Yeah, that's what made me really said
it. Yeah, I've hung out with them once. And he used to live right by me. Like literally, he lived closer to me than my friend Chico, my best friend Chico. So, yeah.
Okay. So tell me a little bit. Your transition from Boston, Massachusetts, like, what are your thoughts on comparing the music industry that you're into compared to Boston, Massachusetts, and Miami, Florida right now? What are your thoughts? Do you think it's better in Miami, or is it just different? What are your thoughts
Yeah,
about it?
it's for sure way better. Like
Mhm.
it's so much better just because like I have so much inspiration like to write, just it's just um so much more to do also. There's just like a lot of like life out here.
Oh
And
yeah.
in Massachusetts, it's not really like that. There's really not much recording studios. And if there is,
Really?
it's like downtown, or you would have to like just make your own like studio in your home. So
Hmm.
um but yeah, I'm in the studio every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. I was there yesterday, Wednesday. So
Do you have Do you have an EP coming out soon?
I do. I'm coming out with an EP.
Okay.
So
When can the fans expect it, or is that classified right now?
I honestly have no idea like exactly when it's going to be coming out, but it's
Okay.
definitely coming out very soon. So
Any collabs that we may want to know about? Anybody that you're bringing in, or is that also classified?
um a pretty like I would say pretty big collabs. I mean, even someone I inspired, one of my good friends, Jimmy.
Okay.
Um
Okay.
yeah, he's going to be on one of my songs.
Nice.
And to know, Thomas, this Jimmy, I just saw that he had a top on one of the Billboard charts very
Oh,
soon. I saw that
nice.
on his Insta. So
Nice. Awesome.
He was
That's what's
actually a
up,
good
man.
friend. He was a good friend of yeah, my friend Chico's in here as well. Chico and I are also doing a song.
Chico.
Hey. Yes, I see. Yep, Chico's in here.
Chico and I are recording a song. We're doing a show in LA January. So
Okay.
I figured I was like, Chico, we need to get in the studio and record something. So
True. They're kind of going in the chat right now.
Yeah, they're telling Chico to shut up right now.
So yeah. Anyway, so again, when it comes to and I did watch one of your music videos. Do you produce your music videos as well, or you have someone else produce them? Is that your vision? Are you the one that comes up with the creative topic for your videos, or is that something your producer?
So like a video to me is like super important because like I feel like just like the vision of the video, it's all art to me. Like the video, the song, everything, the clothes I wear, all has to like, it's all an art to me, right? So the person I get for the video and like the producer's Young Fable. He's like he's amazing. And he's working with really big artists as well. But the person who shot my recent music video is he's a close friend of mine from Boston. Like I've known him ever since we were kids. And I realized or saw his Insta that he's doing like videos and stuff, and I flew him out to Miami. Him and Claire.
Okay.
She's also the girl I also collaborated with in the music video.
Got you. Okay, is she also an artist as well, or is this someone that you just know?
I met her at Playlist. So
okay.
Yeah, I met her at Playlist, and she was just a really good friend. And I flew her out to Miami as well to be a part of the video.
Nice.
I figured she could be really cool.
What was your inspiration for Honeymoon?
Give it to us. Give it to us straight. Keep it a stat.
Honeymoon is, it's definitely about just a girl you're having like an incredible time with, a girl like you really like, and it's that like honeymoon phase. It's that
short-lived.
Yeah, so it's just it was just all came together. Me, Nadav, which is Young Fable, it's his real name, which is really cool.
Okay.
Both wrote it. He made the beat, and yeah. So
does Honeymoon? Let me dig a little bit here. Is Honeymoon a chapter out of your own life in any capacity, or is that just something that something that you creatively put together?
The video idea for that was that restaurant I was working at. That's when I was younger. That's my uncle's restaurant.
Okay.
And
what's the name of the restaurant?
And it's funny because like literally, I would sit down at that exact seat and I would just like put my head down like during break, and I would just imagine like a crazy life. So that video was like, it's like really like inspirational in a way of like, you know, one day I'm gonna just like move somewhere crazy. I'm gonna have like a really beautiful girlfriend or whatever, and you know, live in this beautiful condo and just do crazy things in Miami. So that's like, it's sort of like, yeah, definitely like an inspiration. Like that video was like planned to go that way. But
well, I actually enjoyed the video. I thought it was pretty
Oh
creative.
yeah.
One of the things I wanted to ask you about that video, because it showed you like in the kitchen, you know, cooking it up. Is that when you say that was your grandfather's restaurant? Is that, did you actually work there, or
that was my, yeah, I worked
Uncle.
there for,
uncle? I'm sorry.
I would work there on weekends. Like I remember working there on weekends. So it was Saturday and Sunday. And yeah, I would I was learning to cook, but I mean I would cook, but I just wouldn't make the omelets. Like,
Okay.
Cause I was always scared to like just break them. So I never really, I was only on like waffle duty. Like all I ever did, you know?
True. Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Lucas, man, because you're an aspiring up and coming, and I know you got a lot of big dreams and aspirations. Who would be one of the first big name collabs you would want to work with?
Big name collabs.
Yeah. Would you want to do Miguel? Would you want to do The Weeknd? Would you want to do Drake? Would you want to do Cardi? Who is it that you would want to, you know, do a collab with if you had to choose one person first?
You know, one of my favorite artists, I don't know if you guys know her, but her name is Alina Baraz.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all know her.
I don't think I know her.
Her music is beautiful. But I feel like Russ would be really cool. I feel like Russ would be someone that I would love to like work with.
Okay.
Russ, and there's a other person I would love to work with as well.
Okay.
Give it to us.
Let me think.
Would you work with Miguel if he gave you the call?
Yeah, I love Miguel, and there's one Miguel song I love. I think it's Lotus Flower Bomb. That song is so pretty.
That was Lotus Flower Bomb. That was Wale, right? Yeah.
Wale.
Okay.
So probably Wale, Miguel. I mean,
yeah.
Huge.
Gotcha. That's dope, man. And when it comes to you know, you doing your craft, do you see yourself? Well, let me ask you this: what is it about besides the aspect of your passion for it?
Yeah.
Are you seeking any type of money or fame?
It was never like that. I feel like it's always just been in me that it's just like, you know, do what you love and the money's gonna come, definitely. I've been doing this for years now. So and it's just been like a full-on career for me, you know.
Nice.
But it's just, yeah, it's definitely doing something that you truly love. And like me and Chico, I mean Chico's in here, like we never really cared about all like the jewelry fame and just money. I mean, it's definitely great, but it's not something we would always you know.
Are you familiar with Donald Glover?
Who?
Donald Glover, his music, Childish Gambino. He goes by Childish Gambino. Yeah.
I recognize the name.
Yeah. He was someone that I really enjoyed following. He was his I think EP Camp went up against Drake's what Drake album was that? It was a Drake album when he had his baby face. He had a baby face on the front of the album. What album was that? Having a brain.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. With the blue background.
I think the source had a story where they were talking about those two artists. Are you striving to be on what is it, the freshman's list? Huh?
Yeah, that would be really cool.
That'd be dope. Absolutely.
That's definitely something that I do, you know, look forward to. And also, like, I'm Brazilian, and like me also getting into like Brazilian music and doing like Brazilian music, that'd be really cool as well later on. So
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Really. So do you speak the language at all, or have you been learning?
I do. I speak it. Like I could probably rap it if I practice, I feel like. But yeah.
Interesting. I mean, look, if you're able, and that's how I think why Pitbull is so popular, because he can do it in both. You
Yeah.
know, he's loved by both cultures. You know, a lot of people, and he was Akira the same way. A lot of people that is able to go through both cultures and make music, man, they're huge. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
I think that would be, you know, be beneficial to you, absolutely, if you were to bring that Brazilian swag onto what you got going on from time to time. I think that would be dope as well. I think that would be dope as well. So again, let's get more personal about you, Lucas. When going back to well, let me ask you this: how old are you right now, Lucas?
I just turned 23 like 2 months ago.
2 months ago. Okay, gotcha. So you just turned 23. So you are still a growing and maturing as you wander through this thing we call life. What is, like, again, when you were, I would say, coming up, what age were you when you first decided, like, yo, this is what I want to do? I
actually remember. I remember I was in like 9th grade, and I didn't have any followers at the time.
Yeah.
But I think it's when Vine just came out.
Oh,
I remember like
this
one influencer. I was in health class. I remember exactly. I was in the back of health class. I was on Twitter just scrolling because I think everyone was on their phones and stuff. And I saw someone. I forgot who it was. They're like, "What car should I get?" They're like, should I get the Lambo or the Corvette Stingray? At the time, these cars just came out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, like, what do they do? And I think it was either Cameron Dallas or Taylor Kniff, which both of them are like my friends now. Like I speak to both of them. But at the time, like, I was like, what do they do? So I like started studying like what they really do in a way and just like implementing it into my content and stuff. And just doing Vine and like Twitter and like, you know, like I had no direction, but I was like, this is like seeing what they were doing, traveling and like touring and like, this, you know, and
that's where the money is. The tours is where the money's at.
I've been on a few tours, and it was like I feel like the touring was the best time of my life.
Yeah,
it was the best. Like going from state to state for like 2 weeks and just, you know, it was so much fun.
You planning on doing that again?
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely want to do another tour. That'd be so.
You're gonna
cool.
do solo tour with your music, or you're gonna get
it would probably be like with other people as well.
You, Chico, maybe the young lady you talked about earlier. That was in your video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that, let me, before I say that, you own all your music and so forth, correct?
I don't. There was a few songs I released that I think it was complicated, but the producers ended up like keeping the masters and like there was no contracts or anything, and it was just like this whole situation. So I think they kept like 3 of the songs.
Yeah. Let's get into that. Talk about that. Because these are a lot of things that people hear about the industry. A lot of aspiring, musicians and entertainers that want to get into the industry and don't understand that the working around the bureaucrats of that, that part of music and things like that can be very, very, very hectic and, let's say, for lack of better words, dangerous, because if you don't know what you're doing and signing, you can put yourself in a position to where you don't have a lot of control over your creations. Kind of walk us through your journey when it comes to dealing with the industry and your music and things like that.
Well, with Honeymoon, like I definitely own a percentage. So there's like, Nadav, and so they own a percentage, obviously. But with the past songs that came out with like with Gold Rush was like a producer. He produced a lot of Kodak's songs and stuff. So like it was just a situation where like he didn't add me or Jimmy to like the that we even like were the main artists, so we didn't get any cut from the songs.
Okay.
And the song Netflix and Chill was like it did really well numbers wise, but we never saw any money from that. But
so
it was like it was a huge song on Musically.
Well, kind of break that down, because again, I'm more in the film industry, so I know music is different. So kind of break that down. Like I said, those were you guys songs and things like that. You said that did really well. Like, how is it that because that you're not the first person that's happened to. No. Actually, Lil Wayne talked about that years and years and years ago, back when he was with Young Money, when he was very young. about similar situations. It kind of walk us through, like, how does that work when it comes, like I said, it was your song, Netflix and chill and things like that, but you don't see any type of money from that project?
No, yeah, we never saw anything from that, me or Jimmy. But like me and Jimmy, like we didn't even care. I remember like, and this is the thing, like where I didn't even care about the money. I remember even when I shot, what was it? What was that one? It was like the parties. I forgot the name of my own song. I forgot the name. It was like the music video where we shot like in my house. It was a party, and I remember just telling the producers, I was Unique. He shot the music video. He recorded the song. He wrote like the lyrics to that song and everything. Like, and he did the beat and everything. And I said, yo, I really don't care about the money. Like, just keep the 100% of the revenue. I just want to shoot this video. Just put it out. Like the money, like I didn't even. Me and Hasil were like, yo, we don't even care. Like we did not care about money like whatsoever. Like we just wanted to do what we
get it out there for the world to see.
Yeah. So
I'm kind of the same way when we're shooting Deathless. I was kind of the same way when we were talking to Suzette. I was like, when we're talking about the revenue coming back in from Amazon, and I was like, it's not even about that for me. It's about I'm wanting people to see my craft. I'm wanting people to see what I've done, et cetera, et cetera. So I absolutely understand where you're coming from that. And you do seem like the kind of person, just basically talking to you from the amount of time I've been talking to you, that you probably want to see the people around you eat more than yourself. Of course, which is kind of like how I am. I'll be willing to take that pay cut. I'll even be willing to wait to make sure that the people around me that have donated their time and energy to be a part of what I'm trying to create, make sure they're eating as well. So I can definitely respect that. I can respect that aspect of you. So when it comes to like you said, just wanting to get people to see what your art, what you've created and things like that. Do you ever find yourself frustrated when you, I guess, wanting to get to, like, when you're trying to get to a certain level, when you want to get a certain amount of people to see your content, when you think you've created something that you think will be so entertaining or so people would enjoy so much, how do you deal with the aspect of not being able to completely control where your, I guess, where your audience is able to see your stuff? What I mean by that is, like, I'm not sure how big your platform is as of right now. One of the things, for example, that I deal with is trying to garner an audience to see what I think that people would enjoy. How do you deal with those kind of things?
Like, wait, what do you mean by that?
When, for example, when I was shooting Deathless and things like that, I'm like, yeah, people are going to love this. I think people are going to love dig a black vampire, blah, 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 blah. And I know that if people just have the opportunity to see this, that they will enjoy it. But trying to create a situation where, because it took a long time for us to build any type of audience at all for people to come see our thing. But when in your earlier development, how was it in your mind trying to get to reach people with your music? Because I'm pretty sure you didn't start out with all the fans that you have now. So how was it trying to climb that ladder?
Yeah, it definitely took time and a lot of patience and just, it takes time, and it also takes, the word I'm looking for, just
dedication.
Yeah, exactly. So you always have to be positive about it and know, like, for me, like, my thing was, I could grind for 3 years straight and not see like anything, which is true. I remember I was working at the restaurant for like 2-3 years, and then I moved. But then, like, the second I moved, I started to finally like see like numbers. I started to finally see numbers, and I had no idea. Like, I obviously wanted to do music, but I had no idea how to get in the studio or do any of that. But everything slowly aligned, And but to answer your question, to try to see it, to try to get as much people to see.
Was there any frustration that came with that? We're not being able to reach, I guess, the masses the way you felt like you should be able to reach the masses. Were there any frustration with that thought?
Yeah, I feel like sometimes there is, because you're trying to reach like maybe like certain amount of listeners.
Yeah,
and you know what I'm saying. So definitely, like, But like for me, I tried getting someone on the song that is pretty well known, like the girl on the song, and just getting her on it and getting a bunch of really dope people to promote it. Yeah.
Okay.
So how do you deal with haters? People that, talk negative about your music and you. How do you deal with that?
I've always ever since like I was like younger, I just never really listened to it. I always tuned it out. It was just something like I never really cared too much. And I always felt like if you're getting hated, it just I felt like jealousy to me almost. Like people are just jealous and they want to be doing what you're doing in a way. So.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. I just tell people to stay on Twitter. If you don't want to deal with it, just stay on Twitter, bro. Twitter is a terrible place. It's a terrible place.
Now, I do know there was at a time, Luke, you were somewhat getting into acting. Is that still somewhat your ambition a little bit?
I was doing, my brother was like doing a lot of Nickelodeon stuff. And I was doing like background stuff. Chico was with me a lot at the times as well. But acting was really never my thing. It was my brother's thing. And like music's definitely my thing, but acting is definitely my brother's.
Would you ever try to consider it if opportunity came, like big screen?
If the opportunity came, I feel like I would give it my all. I would really try if I had the opportunity to. But honestly, like, it's not something I would be like pursuing. But if the opportunity came, I would for sure do it. For sure.
What are your thoughts? Like, would you ever consider doing like putting out music for a film production? Like, let's say a movie's coming out and it's like, yo, we want to use your music, Lucas. Could you create some tracks for us for this project? And they kind of give you, the scenes that you're going to be creating the music for, et cetera. And I want you to create something compelling for these scenes here and things like that. Would that be something that interests you?
It's so that made me think of something. I had my Little Pump's manager is Dooney. And Dooney's always been like such a good mentor to me. Like we'd be on the phone for hours just talking. And I remember when I saw a Marvel movie, I'm not sure which one it was, but Little Pump came on and I texted Dooney. I was in the movie theater. I was like, yo, congratulations. Like, this is huge. Like, he's like, yeah, no, this is huge. Like, thank you so much. And so Dooney's always been such an inspiration to me and a good friend. Like when he sees me at Aventura Mall or just around Aventura where I live, like he's always talking to me for hours. Like, and that's definitely something I would get into to put in movies or video games as well. But
let me ask you this, because you got your little fame, man. You got your little fame. How do you keep yourself grounded, brother, when it comes to the celebrity that you do have, when you have going to parties or girls or things like that? How do you prevent yourself from, because a lot of the reality is a lot of people that get a taste of that get pulled and they aren't able to get back on track because that lifestyle presents them with so much, go ahead.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, it's definitely like something like when I came to Miami, I had a friend that me and him, like we weren't distracted by that stuff. Like we would just motivate each other. And that's why we just did so well together. And like we would always try to one up each other in a good way, like try to, but yeah, definitely like the lifestyle in Miami is a lot of partying.
Oh yeah.
I feel like maybe for a little bit that did happen, like just partying and, trying to stay on track with stuff is a little bit difficult, but I definitely, like for sure, like back on track, like,
oh yeah.
But I was also in a relationship for like 2 years, and it was like 2 years. We lived in a house together. So I moved to West Palm Beach with her, and I wasn't like really posting or anything. So that took away from a lot of it too. Because if I had those, and I think to myself, like if I had those 2 years back, I'd be in a completely different place. And it's just like,
let's talk about that. It's very interesting. That romantic dynamic that comes to the territory when you're trying to do what you're trying to do, because the amount of attention that you'll be getting and things like that. Like you said, posting and doing things like that comes to the territory of what you're doing.
Yeah.
And when you're in a relationship, having to balance that out can be kind of complicated. Kind of give us a little bit, you don't have to give us any type of witch information, but kind of give us a little bit of, your thought process of how you try to balance and handle that situation.
Yeah, so I met this girl on YouNow. It's an app I'm still partnered with and stuff.
Nice.
And she came to my live, and the way she came in my live was just so like, it's like one out of like, I think 1,000 chance, because like her friend messaged her saying, I'm live, like come watch me. And she was like, she saw that message an hour later. So then she goes to the live, and the second he gets off, it goes to my live. And then she started like, messaging me on and stuff. From there, like she was like spending like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like $4,000 a month for 2 months straight. And I was like, I'm starting to like you. Don't spend any money on me. Like, stop sending me bars. We were talking for 6 months, and then we finally met. And then once we met, she ended up moving to Florida. Like,
where's she from?
South Carolina.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So she was living in Greenville, South Carolina, and then she moved to Florida, and then like we ended up moving in together. Like we lived in West Palm Beach, and we just didn't do much. Like there wasn't really much going on, Although we like loved each other a lot, we like the studio was like an hour or something away from me, and like it was just like difficult going to the studio and back, and just being in a relationship and doing what I was doing, because I wasn't at that level yet to be in a relationship. So we were together for like 2 years, and then
do you think the relationship kind of slowed down? Like you said, if you
definitely. I think it slowed down a lot of stuff, like just because I feel like if I wasn't in a relationship, I would have been able to just do so much more. I'd be at like a completely whole different level. Just 2 years of just grinding, I would have definitely been somewhere else. But they say like when you're in love, it's like blinding, like you completely forget about a lot of things. And
oh yeah, man,
she ended up cheating, and so she ended up cheating, and she was talking to some guy from Utah. He was a Mormon, that's what I remember.
What?
Yeah, he was a Mormon? From Utah. Yeah, a Mormon.
Mormons do that. I didn't know Mormons were cheaters.
Yeah, wait a minute, hold up.
No, she wasn't. He
was Mormon.
Yeah, so, and the thing is, like, me and her mom always had like a really close relationship. Like, her mom still messages me till this day and like helps me out with a bunch of things, and like she's really sweet. And her mom was really sweet. But and then
well, I mean, I get it. Trust me. When it comes to relationships, you really care about somebody. It's like a neurotoxin on the brain, and decisions that you would usually make when you're not, basically under the influence of liking somebody, that would usually differ. And again, don't, as you continue to grow in what you're doing right now when it comes to music, that it's going to come. There's going to be tons of people in your DMs. There's going to be tons of chicks trying to talk to you and things like that, trying to get you off your grind. Please, 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 my man, please, if you leave with anything from this podcast, do not go out like my boy PJ Washington. Please.
PJ who?
PJ Washington. Brittany Rayner, PJ Washington. The whole situation where she basically hit him with a keep a nigga baby. Well, actually, it wasn't that way. She actually had his baby and then divorced him right after they got married, and then collected child support. So don't get done in by one of those.
For sure.
Yeah, man. So
more so once you get famous, Luke, pick somebody that has the same wallet as you.
That's gonna be rough. That's
gonna be hard, but still people got the same wallet as you.
That's rough. Yeah. But yeah, man. Look, so when it comes again, do you ever find yourself, because I know what a lot of, like my brother, he raps as well. He's in California, Jericho. He loves doing like freestyles with people. Like he'll start up a freestyle group and he'll start kicking it and he'll just throw freestyles and things like that and so forth. Is freestyling your thing, or is that something that you're more of a writer? You like to write and make sure that you know what you're talking about, because it does take a level of talent to be able to come off stuff straight from the dome on the spot and things like that. It doesn't take it's tough. I can't do it no matter how hard I try.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a freestyler. Yeah, for me it's more like writing and just like going in the booth and just
Oh yeah, absolutely. And when you're writing your verses and you're writing, you're trying to tell a story. And I always find it fascinating with artists like that, because the way they view the world and the way they express it through words is definitely a form of poetry. And I always find it extremely fascinating to see different perspectives from different, artists when they're, giving you their poetry, which is their great aspects of a reality of their lives. I always find that fascinating. So, I am definitely very excited about telling you. You telling me about your new EP, because I didn't know anything about him. Suzette brought you up. She was like, "Yo, we got to bring Lucas Hutch on." I'm like, "Who's Lucas Hutch?" I said, "No, it's my friend Lucas Hutch. Blah blah blah. He does music and things like that and so forth." Yeah. I said, "Okay, yeah, dope. Shit, where's that bet? Bring him on. Let's talk about it. So yeah, man. And I love, one of my things, and I tell this to other individuals that are up and coming people in the entertainment industry, like if you're doing film, music, or whatever. I love watching people grow in that industry and watching them from one point, and then when they get there, knowing where they came from. You know what I mean? I really enjoy seeing that kind of stuff, which is why I'll sit back and watch low budget music videos or low budget films on YouTube, short films and things like that and so forth, just to see where they've been. So I do enjoy those kind of things, and I actually appreciate those kind of things as well and whatnot. When it comes to let's go back to rappers. When it comes to rappers, there's been this big thing going on Instagram lately. I'm not sure if it's still going on, but they've had these rappers versing each other, whether it's Ja Rule versus 50. What was the other one? What's his name? Oh God, he's an older guy with a big nose. They're gonna kill me when they see this. What is his name? He's considered one of the greatest rappers that have ever graced the mic. KRS-One. KRS-One versus somebody else as well. What are your thoughts about battle rapping and having some of these guys versing each other, some of these big names versing each other? What are your thoughts on that?
I feel like that's pretty cool. I would definitely lose if I were to battle rap anybody. But yeah, I feel like that's really cool. I actually haven't seen any on Instagram like that. I didn't know that was like.
Yeah. I can send you the follow, bro. They got this big old thing. They have like thousands of people vote on it and things like that. And I have, I think Big Pun, not Big Pun. I'm sorry, he's that. Not Big Pun. What's the other one? Fat Joe. He had to apologize because he called. Who did he call? He called some girls out.
He called it like Foxy Brown and Remy Ma a bunch of bitches, so he had to apologize.
Oh really?
Disrespecting the women.
But wasn't it a freestyle though? Was it a freestyle or was he just talking?
He was just talking and playing his own music,
Okay. What are your thoughts on okay, let me ask you this. Who would you consider your top 5 rappers of all time? What are your top 5 rappers of all time, brother?
I feel like the top 5 best rappers would be
Well, wait, before you answer, let me break it down this way, because I'm gonna do 2 of them. The first top 5, I'll say your favorite, just because you like them. Who are your top 5 rappers of Lucas that you just like them? And then the second one would be, who do you think are the best lyricists that have ever graced the mic? So let's go with your favorite top 5 first, and then we'll go to the lyricist aspect. Okay.
Yeah, so I feel like I like older Kanye's music. I love his older music.
So before graduation, college dropout, late registration, graduation.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
For sure, older Drake, like the R&B type of Drake. Also,
you don't like a Certified Lover Boy?
I do. I actually only like a few songs on that.
Okay.
On that whole album, I only like "Race My Mind" and then "Fountains." Yeah.
Okay.
And then who else? I mean, I like Rod Wave and definitely Pop Smoke.
R.I.P.
Yeah, definitely up there. Who else? What was that for?
Yeah, one more.
I only like one Trippie Redd song. I only like Romeo and Juliet. I think that is the song is so pretty. I don't know how to
Okay.
explain it. Like, it's so beautiful.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Top 5 lyricists.
would have to be Kevin Gates.
Kevin Gates. Okay.
I feel like Young and May definitely.
Young and May.
she's
Okay. Where's she been?
I don't know. I think she came out with a song with Eminem like not too long ago.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. The beginning of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So Eminem would be huge as well.
I was waiting to see if you were going to mention
Yeah.
M. So go ahead.
Meek Mill is definitely another like a lyricist rapper. And yeah, I think that there was that 5 or 4.
4. Still one more.
Let me think.
No Joyner Lucas, no J. Cole, no Kendrick, no Jay-Z, no.
I only really liked one Kendrick song. I forgot the name of the song too. It's just such a long time ago.
Gotcha. I think Eminem's the oldest one in your lineup so far. He's probably the oldest one in your lineup so far.
Who? Kendrick?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He likes the younger ones. That's okay.
No, it's all good. That's what I want to know.
It's all good, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just surprised he said M. M's my time.
Who, Eminem?
Yeah. Marshall Mathers LP was one of my favorites. Then the Slim Shady LP. Yeah.
Definitely.
No Wayne?
Lil Wayne as well. I met Lil Wayne once.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Hey.
I was like really young, and it was me, this one guy Mosberg. Like it was me, Mosberg, and Jimmy. What's up, Nadav? So Nadav is actually, he produced Honeymoon, and we're working on a bunch of like dope singles.
Hey, shout out to
Nadav
Reed,
man.
Yo,
shout out.
I like your work so far, brother. I've been watching it, so I like your work so far.
Yeah, like,
keep doing your thing.
Killer name.
He made the Honeymoon the whole beat, like wrote a lot of it as well, like so he's definitely super talented.
That's dope.
Yeah, I was just with him yesterday actually.
So do you guys get together and kind of get together and have like a little discussion on what your next song or project's going to be, or is that solely you? Are you the one that kind of sits back at yourself, or you have to do a group thing?
So like I think the best thing about like what we do is nothing's like ever like forced. You know what I'm saying? Like we all go in the studio. So it's me, Barack, Nadav, and we just have like such a good time. It's such a vibe, and like whatever like we come out with like came out with like love. You know what I'm saying? Like we're just sitting there for hours, like just working on just really good music, and the energy, like everyone just wanting to be there and just not solely for the purpose of like what I'm saying, like money or anything. Like this is like genuinely what we love. Yeah. And just I think that's like way much more better than like being forced to come out with a certain type of sound or come out with a like everything like we do is just like it's me, Nadav, and Barack. With Barack makes crazy beats as well. And
I might reach out to y'all for my season 2, man. I might have to get y'all on some tracks for season 2, bro.
Yeah, we just order a bunch of food. Like we have, which I don't even drink that much, but they bring bottles of Ciroc in like 1942 and just a bunch of different bottles. And it's just such a like dope vibe,
That's what's up. So, yeah, that's dope, man. And again, that creative process is always didn't Kanye West? Didn't he say he like rented out a closet at Nike when he was producing Donda, and he wouldn't leave?
He was he was renting the Mercedes Stadium.
Stadium.
So he was spending $1 million a day renting that whole stadium.
Jesus Christ.
So
I don't want to talk about his shoes. He just released some shits that I don't want to talk about his shoes. Leave his fucking shoes alone. But yeah, man, like look, when it comes to that creative process, like I said, man, that's a beautiful thing. And I'm always envious because I don't have that gift. I don't have that craft. That music, that's not me. Unfortunately, my brother does. I don't. And I always think it's really, really dope how, the ear that you have to have when you're creating those beats, you know what I'm saying? And then when you're listening to those beats, when you're coming up with the lyrics in your head and writing those lyrics to come up with a perfect song, man, again, that's a lot of respect to that creative process, bro. Like that is something that I do envy, outside of film, which is, again, the audio and the music is always very, very important to a film. It's always very important. So I do respect and idolize the work that you guys do when it comes to music, man. And I really do hope that, man, you continue to, have your grind and grow, bro, because, I enjoy your music. And I think your music is something that a lot of people could really, really, really enjoy. And I don't have to always hear about, motherfuckers getting shot and all kind of shit like that, man. So I appreciate, what you bring to the table, bro, as a breath of fresh air, so I really respect what you guys are doing.
So how do your parents feel about your career and your family feel about it?
Oh yeah, they're definitely supportive. My family in Boston, I really don't speak to like as much, just because they're all doing their own thing. And
okay.
But yeah, like they're super supportive about everything.
So they didn't mind. I don't know if you did go to college or you skipped out on that, so they were fine with you just.
Yeah, I did homeschool. Like I was doing Florida virtual.
Okay.
From 10th grade up till I graduated, which is like
interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So
Did you go to prom?
I did. I went to my brother's prom. Yeah, and it was I went with the girl I was dating for 2 years because she really wanted to go as well.
Okay. If you don't mind me asking, how old was the young lady you were dating?
She was a year younger than me.
You're younger than you? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
A year younger.
Interesting.
That works.
Yeah, man. I tell people all the time, go to your prom, man. It's important. I feel bad for the people that weren't able to go because of COVID, man. But prom, it's a way of life. Like it's a passage to like a rite of passage, I should say. So
yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. Yes, indeed, man. So again, when it goes to, let me give you an opportunity, bro, because I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I want to give you an opportunity, man. I want you to shout out your Instagram, your Twitter, your social media platforms so people can come and check them out.
Yeah, my Instagram is Lucas_Hutch. My Twitter is Luke Hutch Music. And yes, I think that's all my social media and my Snapchat.
Are you on SoundCloud, Spotify, anything like that?
Spotify is just Lucas Hutch.
Okay. Apple Music, same thing?
Yeah, same thing.
Okay. Got you guys. Y'all check out my boy, man. Support him, man. Absolutely. Go ahead.
Maybe if one day we'll get Chico and Nadav on the.
Oh yeah, man. We'll do a collab. Absolutely. Bring them on, man.
Do it.
Absolutely. I really appreciate taking the time out of your schedule, man, to come out.
Thank you guys.
We appreciate it.
Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely. Giving our little podcast some love. I appreciate it. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, guys. Yes, indeed. Hutch Gang, absolutely.
Right, Hutch Gang.
Absolutely. Hutch Gang, absolutely. Y'all keep doing your thing. Let me go. Let me ask this before you go, Hutch, man. I know this is a little bit off a kilter, but let me ask you this, brother. As a movie guy myself, what would you say your favorite genre of movie is?
Movie. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you.
Yeah.
I remember like I would never watch TV.
Mm-hmm.
Like ever watch TV. And like even like with my ex, that's all she wanted to do. To just sit down and watch. She watched movies. It would kill, like literally, like me doing it is because I loved her. Yeah. But like she loves Supernatural. I don't know if you know what that is.
Oh, the TV show. Yeah. I know what that is.
So many episodes.
Got you.
Supernatural. The movies I do like the Squid Games. I don't know if y'all watch
People keep telling me about that.
Yes, I just started watching Squid Games. You got to watch it, Thomas. I just started watching it.
It's amazing. And that's like the one show that really like kept me like, oh my God, like what's going to happen next? Like it was just so interesting.
Gotcha.
But there was one movie with Will Smith that I do love.
Which one?
It's one with his child in it. When they were trying to sell projectors.
Pursuit of Happiness. Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah, that was
Well,
my
he
favorite
actually
movie.
had two. It was two of them. It was Pursuit of Happiness and the
Yeah.
one everybody hated when they were in space.
I knew he wasn't talking about that whack movie.
Oh.
It might have been when it was little. We know he wasn't talking about that.
Yeah. People hated that movie. Absolutely. All righty. Mr. Lucas Hutch, everybody, thank you so much for coming on, brother.
But-
Again, taking the time to come out here and fuck with us. We really appreciate it.
Although I don't watch movies, what's a movie you would recommend?
Oh, listen, I'm gonna tell you. If you don't watch movies, but my favorite movie. Well, movies, you shouldn't ask me this. Who knows? Interstellar is one of them with Matthew McConaughey. I thought was phenomenal. It is about Earth losing its resources, and they got to find another planet to get resources. I think it's a beautiful movie, especially the end. I think Matthew McConaughey was brilliant in it. Another movie that is more of a how should I say this? I really did enjoy The Butterfly Effect. The Butterfly Effect with Ashton Kutcher's couple. It's older. It's an older movie. I thoroughly enjoyed The Butterfly Effect. It's about time travel. And the gentleman's able to, through writing, he has a journal where he writes down events in his life. And by going over those events in his life in his head, by reading it, he can go back to the past and do certain things. I think it's a very interesting concept. I think I did love that movie as well. And last but not least, this one isn't anything great. I just related to it a whole lot because it was how I was in high school, et cetera, was The Girl Next Door. That's more of a coming, huh?
I think I might have seen that.
Yeah, that's like a coming of age story. He was dating the porn star, or he wanted to date the porn star, that kind of thing. Coming of age story.
I saw that.
Oh, really? Yeah. No, it's good. If you haven't seen that one, it's good. You should check it. You should check it out, bro. It's again, it's an older movie.
The name definitely sounded familiar though.
Yeah, he said it with such confidence.
I think it came out around the same time. Maybe I'm wrong. What's the one with what's his name made? Oh, I love that movie too, and I can't have a brain fart on it. But it's about a group of guys that go to a party. Emma Stone's in it. I think Emma Stone got her start in it. And your boy, the big guy from Wolf on Wall Street, what's his name? You know what I'm talking about, Sue?
Nah.
The guy. You ever seen? We never seen Wolf on Wall Street?
No, we never watched it together.
The blonde guy.
Okay. Jeez. What is his name? Anybody else? Anybody in the chat, man? Remember the movie?
I'm laughing at Chico, who's talking about porn star.
Yeah, the guy. What's the name of the guy that was in Wolf on Wall Street? It was Leonardo DiCaprio's friend. He was bigger guy. What is his name? He was also in what's the movie? This Is It. He was in This Is It as well. With what's his name? Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen directed this movie I'm talking about. Was directed by Seth Rogen. It's another one of those high school
Jonah Hill.
Huh?
Jonah Hill?
Yeah, Jonah Hill. Yeah, Jonah Hill's in it as well. It was and Michael Cera's also in it. It was Michael Cera, Jonah Hill, and there was a meme about McLovin. What movie was that where they were always talking about McLovin? What movie is that?
Superbad. Oh, that's actually
Superbad. Yes, Superbad. Jesus.
That was actually one of my favorite movies.
Yes. Then if you like Superbad, then you'll enjoy The Girl Next Door. The Girl Next Door came out first. It's about a kid that is about to graduate high school. He's always focused on his work, but he wants to lose his buddies. His buddies want him to lose his virginity, and he's worried about getting into college. And this girl next door moves in next door, and it's a porn star, and they have a little thing going on. I don't want to spoil it. It's a good movie, so check it out if you like Superbad.
Cool. All right, you got that, Chico? That's the porn star movie.
So Interstellar, Butterfly Effect, and The Girl Next Door. Just check those out. Maybe next time we have you on, you'll be able to tell me about them.
Sounds good.
Absolutely. So again, thank you guys so much, Chico. We salute to Chico. Salute to Nadova. Salute to.
You call that boy Nadova.
What's his name? Nadova. How you pronounce his name again? Am I tripping?
This is
Nadav. Okay, my apologies. Salute to that brother as well, and salute to Sydney. Appreciate you guys for coming through and supporting your boy Lucas. I really appreciate that and supporting.
This is Chico and Nadav.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Okay, got you. Salute to those brothers there. Salute to them. Keep grinding, guys. Keep grinding.
Yeah, we're gonna get y'all on here soon, eventually, in the Dog
Yeah,
Chico.
man, we'll make it work.
Yeah.
Or
Absolutely.
have all three of you on here at the same time.
Yeah, we can do it.
crazy.
We can do it. Y'all take care. It was awesome, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. Thank you, brother.
Good night, everybody.
Y'all take care.
Good night.
I know it's late.
Yes.
So what did you think, Sue?
You gonna turn it off a lot?